We are setting up our grid for our color gradients today. I have my piece of paper. This is in my sketchbook, but it can be a separate piece of paper, at least 8.5 by 11. I have my pencil that's sharpened, my eraser, and my ruler. So I've already traced my hand here right in the center of the paper, and I am going to set up my lines now. The first lines I'm going to do are straight across, and I'm going to do about 1 inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch. Now I want you to see how, oops, right there, I didn't draw it straight through, how I stopped at my fingertip there. I didn't go on top of my fingertip, so when I run into my fingertips, I stop and I don't go over top of them. If you happen to go over top of them by mistake, you can always erase. As with all of our sketching, it's super important that we use light lines so we can erase anything that needs to be erased. So you are basically doing the lines for the background right now, and they are straight. They are all parallel lines. And when you get to your hand, you will use curved lines. And when we add color, these curved lines will help us look like our hand is actually coming off of the paper, sort of like a 3-dimensional effect. The background will look 2-dimensional and flat, and the hand will look 3-dimensional and like it has form that's around it. Okay, so we have done our lines for the background. If you have any that came over, you can just erase. That's not a big deal. All right, so how we do the hand. Remember, straight lines, curved lines. So I do 1 finger at a time. I'll start with my pinky, and I'm going to curve, meet line to line. So every straight line meets the other part of the straight line with a curved line. I'm going to come up here and do this finger, all with similar curves. We're not going to go, if we go opposite, it won't make any sense. So we want to make sure that we stay in the same curve, line to line, and we have consistency. Okay, so when we get from here, we have a little line here. This line goes all the way across. So we're still going to actually I'm going to curve as if I'm going through. So all of our hands will meet differently there, but you basically have to meet your straight line to your straight line with a curve. So here we are, straight line to straight line, and I'm basically doing an arc or a curved line. Straight line to straight line. Do this nice and slow so you have nice, here we are for our thumb. So you have nice, repetitive, even curves. That should meet there. And then we're on our wrist, and there we go. So there might be a curve that comes up here that you can't even see. Okay, so this is where I want you to get. I don't want you to go any further than this. And when we meet together again, we will start our color gradients.